welcome to Unscripted, Film Reviews with Keegan and Moncrief. I'm Katie Keegan.
And I'm Michael Moncrief. And today, we're here to obviously give movie reviews, as the title says. Our rating system will be consisted of 5 stars, 1 being hated it, 2 being didn't like it, 3 being liked it, 4 being really liked it, and 5 being loved it, which is a lot like the Netflix rating system, I know, first.
There has always been a delicate balance between chaos and control.
My name is Siegfried, and I represent chaos. Over the past few months, we have assembled a stockpile of nuclear weapons, which we distributed to unstable dictators.
Now, with that balance threatened, it's time to turn to one man.
How do I know you're not control?
If I were control, you'd already be dead.
If you were controlled, you'd already be dead.
Neither of us is dead, so I'm obviously not from control.
That actually makes sense.
So our first movie that we're going to review today is going to be Get Smart. It released December 1st in 2008. I am a personally big fan of the TV show made back in the 60s, so I had very high expectations. And my expectations were, I wasn't disappointed with it, but I gave it 3 stars because it kept everything that I wanted it to keep from the old TV show, but there was that something missing. I kind of wish they had said it in the 60s. Like, I think that would have been very retro. They tried to do that, but I just don't think it really worked in modern times. I mean, Steve Carell has a very dry stage presence, or screen presence, sorry about that. But I just don't think the director utilized him as well as he could. So I gave it 3 stars.
All that you know is about to change.
Okay. So another one that we're doing today, because we're doing all summer blockbuster movies for this episode, was Prince Caspian. So I really liked this film, probably even a little bit more than The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This is of the Chronicles of Narnia series. And I love the books. I'm a huge fan of the books. And Prince Caspian does deviate quite a bit. But at the same time, I feel like Prince Caspian, the book, was not as cinematic of a book as the other ones could be. And so there's some additions that, honestly, from a film sense, I really like.
I haven't seen any of them.
Really? Well,
yeah.
you need to, because they're really good.
I'm just not a big fantasy person.
Well,
is it very, is it?
It's more, it's along the lines of a Lord of the Rings kind of type deal.
It's the whole Narnia thing, right?
Yeah, it's definitely Narnia. But I enjoy it. And so you do have to get over the centaurs and all of that, which can be a little strange at first, but it's really good. So I loved, like I said, I loved the changes that they made to the story, and I really enjoyed the cinematography too. The landscape was great. I love the costumes. So I'm really excited. The 3rd movie's coming out. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's coming soon. It's Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So that's my favorite book. So I'm really excited about this movie, which is good because I think with some series, after the first one, the second one can be not so great. So the second one is actually making me excited for the 3rd. So that's good. So I'm giving it 4 stars. I really like this movie. And the release date on DVD is going to be December 2nd.
His name is Wally. After all these years, he's developed one little glitch. A personality. He's extremely curious. And just a little bit lonely. But all that is about to change.
Wow.
So our next film, you didn't see this, did
No,
you?
I haven't.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Next film we're going to talk about is WALL-E, which I absolutely loved. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was brilliant. It was really a work of art, and it appealed to people who like art when it has as least bite as possible, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, it was totally a 2001: A Space Odyssey, made by animation company. Really, that's what it was. I gave it 5 stars. It's a classic. I mean, it's a classic. It's going to be talked about for years, I think. I was totally impressed. Totally impressed.
Now, one thing with animated movies, I mean, obviously you loved it. Do you think that there was enough on a kid's level that they could enjoy it?
Yes, it was because it was so visually stimulating.
Okay.
I mean, and it had hardly any words at all. So, kids watching it will totally responded to the, crisp, visual image of it. But then again, it had a very, very, I thought, deep meaning to it. So yeah, I thought it was perfect because it catered to all these, different audience members. So.
Okay, very good.
And the release date for that is going to be November 18th.
Hancock! Hancock!
What, boy?
Bad guys!
Would you want a cookie? Tell out my face.
Jackass.
What?
You heard me?
Okay. Another one that came out this summer was Hancock, which was fairly hyped just because Will Smith was the main character, and it's been said he hasn't made a bad movie since 1999. So this one, I wasn't quite as sure about this one. I ended up giving it 3 stars because I liked it, but I didn't love it. I wasn't really sure what to expect going into it because it was Will Smith.
Right.
So, I mean, he's had so many good movies coming out lately and that I love. But honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by parts of it. It turned out to be a little bit more than just your standard superhero movie. There was a bit more, a little more supernatural fantasy and definitely philosophy to this film. And so there was a bit of a twist about halfway through that the first half I got a little bored because there wasn't much more in it than the trailers had already told us. But about halfway through there was a bit of a twist that I was very excited they kept out of trailers because a lot of times with movies that have a twist to it, they give away the twist.
Too much exposition.
Yes, way too much, but not with this film. And so I think that was the one thing that redeemed it for me was the fact that I didn't see some things coming. So like I said, I mean, I give it 3 stars. It's something that I enjoyed. I would like to see again, but like I said, I got a little bored until that halfway point.
I know exactly what you mean. You're looking at your watch. And
you're just like, is this going to be the whole movie? And fortunately, it wasn't. But I just feel like that first half could have been a whole lot shorter, and get to the meat of the story.
Funny, I actually have the same opinion about a film we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah, I know you do. But so, like I said, I give it 3 stars, and our release date on this one is November 25th on DVD.